Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Today, Bing released this app for iPad. Bing is what it's called, Bing for iPad specifically. It's free, and I gotta tell you, this is one of the best iPad apps I've ever used. And the reason I say that is because the first time I launched it, I was drawn in for at least 10 to 15 minutes exploring everything this app had to offer. It was so incredible. I mean, seriously, and no one's paying me to say this. The app is free. I do know people at Bing. They've sponsored stuff in the past. Try it for yourself. In my estimation, if Apple was trying to sell the iPad, this would be the app. I would not be surprised if we see this app as a default app in future editions of the iPad, or in iOS specifically, because they've done such an amazing job with it. The entire touch experience is right there, literally on the surface. You can play around with everything you see on the screen. If you've ever gone to bing.com before in your web browser, you know that you could highlight certain areas of the picture of the day and get more information about what it is that you're looking at. Down below, this is again the launch screen. You've got weather, news, maps, movies, trends, and finance, and we'll explore those in a bit. At the top, you've got the ability to search the web using Bing, of course. The ability to search the web by using your voice. We could do that as well. A home button, the ability to switch between the different options for search right there, and then the configuration. And one thing I liked about the configuration, before I forget, is you can clear all history just like that. I love the fact that it's easy to get to. Safe search is right there. Of course, I have that turned off. Location I have turned on because that way I could get directly to the news or weather that's relevant to me. This is not just a web page. They have customized this for the touch experience specifically for the iPad. They've made it so clean. Everything loads quickly. Of course, that could be contingent on my internet connection, but did you see how I did that? I flipped back that way. That's how I move backwards, and I can move backwards through my entire history inside the Bing app just as easily. So when I open up the news pane, it pops out. There's a little status indicator that moves along the top. I can flip between any one of these rows, scrolling back and forth, getting information on business, U.S. news, entertainment, sports, sci-tech. Yeah, there are a lot of news apps out there, but honestly, I haven't seen any one of them that is... Let's see if I can get back to the home screen by... There we go. If I swipe over on this end without actually swiping the row, I can get there. Bing Maps is included, so if you were looking for an alternative to Google Maps on your iPad, this works very, very well. Very, very fast. I've got the history over here. I can get directions. I can find local businesses wherever I happen to be. I can see the entire history of what I'm looking at, or what I've looked at in the past, different results. If I tap on a particular business name or a place name, I can see the results. I can pull up the information. I can get directions from there. Phone number, I can set an appointment, or if there's a photo associated with it, I can view that. I can set ratings, etc. So let's go ahead and go home. Again, I'm going to flip to movies. And here I could watch various trailers. Again, this is just an amazing, complete experience. It's like they've wrapped Bing so well inside the iPad. And it's not like, oh, it's Bing, we shouldn't use it. This is the experience that you're looking for specifically on the iPad. And this is an extreme stark contrast to Google's app, which I'll show you here in a bit. Movies in theaters, top weekend box office, opening soon. The things that you're looking for right here at your fingertips. Easy, quick, very, very, very usable. And then right here, I can jump back and forth between the various components of the application, including trends. So I can scroll back through the past week or so of the various trends on each particular day. Very nice, and there are indicators down below, you can see. So I can see, oh, The Hangover was pulled. I like that movie. Well, I think they're talking about Hangover 2. And when I click that, or I shouldn't say click, when I tap that, I'd like to tap that, I can get a list of all the related news articles from the various sources that Bing's indexed. So I can flip between the screens, and these little thumbnails will tell me, oh, there's the picture, there's the source, there's the headline, and then I can tap the link to go to that particular article, swipe back to go back, flip to the videos, and it will pull in Bing videos. Now, there's one thing that I had discovered, and it may not be true for every one of the videos in Bing. Let me see if I can point this out exactly. If I go back a couple of days, I saw, oh, maybe, God, maybe I've, there we go. It pulls up Bing's videos. And on the Bing video browse page, I get nothing but a black box. So this is something they're likely going to have to look at for iPad compatibility. I don't think that's a huge shortcoming for this particular application. I think it works quite well. I can email the link, I can copy the link, I could refresh the page. Full feature browser within, of course, Safari. It's just very usable, including image browsing. So the last image that I was looking for was clicking the Bing image. I can scroll through very easily, or I can search for new images. Let's see here. What do we want to search for? Opening day was one of them. I don't know what's going to pull up. But I can browse the images as indexed by Bing. I don't have to wait for everything to load to be able to kind of tap and scroll down. I can jump between images, news, videos, web. Again, it just makes you want to explore news, information, media. I can toggle the various image filters, so all, small, medium, large, color. I can choose the just black and white images for opening day, and that pulls it up. Style, all, photo, or just graphic images. I can choose whether I want to have faces or not. I mean, if I wanted to just concentrate on the black and white art that included faces. This is fun. And I think this is what an app should be, something that draws you in, that makes you want to explore the world around you. And Bing just did an amazing job, or the team responsible for this. And as you can see, I'm scrolling backwards through my entire history of this particular app session, going back to the maps, going back, all the way to the home screen. So you've got finance options in case you wanted to track that. Fine, you can do that as well. You can search the web. Seattle. It's thinking. You don't even have to touch anything. So now I'm ready to explore Seattle. Web, maps, weather, destinations, events, which will pop me over to the Bing events page. Did you even know that Bing had an events page? This is really, I think, going to surface a lot of functionality that Bing's already had, but in a way that most people who have been addicted to Google just haven't seen or haven't recognized. They did, I'd say, just an amazing job with this. Again, for free. Try it yourself. Look, show traffic, on or off. Oh, I accidentally mistapped there. We can show traffic. So how's traffic doing in Seattle? Seems to be doing okay. Map type, road, aerial, bird's eye view. This is an amazing application. Hats off to the entire team responsible for it. They should be made responsible for designing all of Microsoft's consumer software. They get it. They obviously got the iPad. They got the touch experience. It's clean. It's efficient. Just only a few stumbling blocks for version 1.0. It blows away the competition. And when I say that, I'm being serious. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the Bing app. Actually, I didn't necessarily have to do that because I think I have the app open. Let's go ahead and launch Google. This is what Google gives you. So you can search. Seattle. Gives you Google. In a web page that you can... Oh, you can send by email or open in Safari if you wanted to. And that's kind of about it. Oh, hang on. No, you can download like 74 different apps that they have, which is nice. It's nice that Google has the apps. How did I get there, though? I got there somehow. Oh, there we go. If I swipe up. So I can download the other apps. Orchid has an app? Really? Oh, no, it just pops me into Safari. So it takes me out of the experience to get me back into the experience. Again, Bing, I think, has completely reinvented, just their entire presence, specifically with this application. And I think I'd be shocked if you didn't see more people on Microsoft's various campuses carrying around the iPad app specifically for the Bing application. I love it. I'd be shocked if anybody out here was disappointed. If you were not impressed with this application, there's something seriously wrong with you. This is how I spent my 10 to 15 minutes, probably done that in the video already, just showing you this thing. I just got sucked in just playing around with it. And that is the hallmark of an amazing application. Microsoft, you got your sexy back. This is it. This is it. A great job. Great job. So anyway, my email address is chris@perillo.com. Maybe you know of an app that would play well against this. I know of all the other news apps. Certainly, I've got them probably installed already. Let's see here. I think I've got some news readers. I've got HitPad now, Zeit, News 360, Flipboard, of course, BBC News, Pulse News. But they really don't. They're different, right? I mean, Bing is just exploring everything. Everything. And then, of course, you can find me at chris.perillo.com. That's the blog. Tons of content going all the way back to when I was an embryo. Not really that far. LockerGnome.com or LockerGnome.net, at Chris Perillo on Twitter or at LockerGnome. We also have Facebook.com/Chris Perillo and Facebook.com/LockerGnome in case you needed, more reasons to, find me on the web, follow me somewhere. And if you don't, you might miss out on things like this because I don't record videos for everything that I find. Sorry, can't do that for everything. Sometimes I only post it to Twitter or Facebook or the MySpace page. Yes, I still have a MySpace page. 40,000 fans. Take that, Facebook. Not even close. Then, of course, we've also got the live video feed that's going out pretty much live, actually. You can see it right now. I've got it pulled up here on my Google TV, nice and big and gigantic. The color may be a little off because we calibrated it for the iPad screen, but I have been streaming this live, like my entire life here in the home office, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We, is I and you potentially, or the people in the chat room, are geeking out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.